Hello guys, Andy from Next Gen Base here, and welcome to NGB Retro, where the old man plays the old games. And this is the second of today's NGB Retro double bill, in which we are taking a look at Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remaster on Nintendo Switch. This video, we're taking a look at Baten Kaitos Origins, which is the second game in the collection. It's the 2 of the title, so let's crack on. Off we pop. And here we are on the title screen for Baten Kaitos Origins, which I believe this is the first time that this particular game, that this sequel, has been available outside of Japan. And I'm going to just double check that factoid for you, because obviously I don't want to look like a wally and get my facts wrong. I hope you enjoyed that pretty naff, oh it's starting again, pretty naff opening sequence. I have to say the animation in this opening sequence is a little bit on the rough side. Okay, so it was released in North America, but it wasn't released in Europe, so this is the first time European market has got to see this game without obviously importing. So name entry, and in this we don't get, you know, the main character talking to us, so it feels a little bit less personal already. But obviously it's the similar sort of UI. It's giving us the intro sequence again. I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing with the weirdly animated characters. If it is, yeah, it's basically the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to skip through this. We've already seen this. This is like the third time we've seen that bit. Here we go. Saggy. Ah, is the excuse for the duff intro that it was a dream? Oh, so he is talking to me. He's addressing me in the same way that the hero character from the first game does. Now, I'm not sure how much this follows on from the end of the original Baten Kaitos, having never played it before, and having been years and years since I played the first game. But I do believe with the name Origin, I think this is like a standalone, oh, not necessarily a standalone story, but I think it's a story that does not necessarily follow directly on from the first game. Obviously, these games developed by Monolith Soft, the developers of the Xenoblade Chronicles games, and Xenoblade Chronicles is very much like a standalone series for each game-ish. They kind of cross over. Oh, he's got 2 wings, unlike the character in the first game who had a mecha wing on one of his shoulders. So let's go into our menu, see what we've got. So we've got Magnus again. We've got we've got our collection, which is all of our cards, our Magnuses, combos that we found, sort of music again. So records, I think these are like achievements. So as you hit specific goals in the game, you'll unlock achievements. This is our base deck again, so we've got different cards in here. Open the deck builder. So you can kind of build multiple decks in this by the looks of it. So obviously we only played like half an hour of the first game, so I'm not sure if that was a feature that you could have in that, but obviously we've got like all the kind of the basic cards here. Some defensive cards, a potion to restore health, named after the street punks who frequently use it, but not much different than the average kitchen knife, used mostly in muggings and petty crimes. Lovely. Okay, so yeah, so we've got obviously the default deck there, and we can copy that presumably to another deck, but maybe we need to unlock the ability to create multiple decks. Maybe. We can turn rumble on and off on this. Okay, so yeah, we've got the usual same sort of systems menu there. Again, we've got the same quality of life options in this game, with the difference that we don't have the option for simplified battle results screens. Presumably, we didn't actually try any of these quality of life options, accessibility options in the first game. Video linked at the end of this one if you want to watch it, or it's on the channel. Please go and check it out. So it'll be interesting, you know, when I get a chance to kind of dip into these games a bit more to sort of see what these quality of life, what kind of changes these make. Certainly the no encounters and the instant KO and things like that will mean that it kind of becomes more of a story driven game, and obviously, you know, you're then looking at going from like a 50-hour odd game to certainly something that's a lot quicker, with the ability to kind of disable some of those battle things. Okay, so presumably we need a lantern to put stuff in. I like that it will. Okay, so we've got a new Magnus. So can we pop that in our deck? Open deck builder. Charges MP. Let's just take out one of these 1 cards and pop that in there and see if that does anything nice for us. So obviously, if you're coming here straight from the Baten Kaitos 1 video, you'll know the significance of the cards and the Magnus. If you've jumped into this video first, Baten Kaitos has a card-based battle system. So you go into a battle with a deck of cards. Those cards get shuffled, and each round you draw a hand, which you can then play cards out of in offensive and defensive phases while battling each enemy. And the idea is, as you explore the world, you'll find new cards, and you can customize your deck then to help you overcome the enemy encounters that you face. Okay, so presumably the emergency meeting is up these stairs where everyone else was running. So let's go and have a look. Here's one of our save points. So again, if it's the same as the original game, blue save points in that were where you could also level your character up. Red save points were just for saving, and obviously we have the auto saves as well. So we can't go that way. So presumably we go in this way. So there's a bit more of a military kind of feel to this sequel. Again, first time in the UK, so this is the first time I've ever seen any of this game. I going? Ah, presumably there. This sounds like a military coup. What is para machina? Oh, are they mechs? Interesting. Girl. just random girl. Yeah, this is a coup, isn't it? Okay. Blank Magnus. Not really. Never use these. Think you can follow along? Of course. I'm not an idiot. Okay. So effectively creating your own custom cards. So presumably with the Para Machina, I'm going to store one of those into an a blank Magnus, and then I can drop that into my deck. Oh, right. Oh, okay. So they can be used for puzzles as well. So there's the barrel over there. Yeah, let's get that. Okay, interesting. So just before I take it to the fire, can I... Does that appear as something in the deck builder? It doesn't, so presumably Quest Magnus. Yes, okay, so... Right, so... Not quite what I thought it was, so I can't kind of create custom cards to drop into my deck. I can store objects in them and then utilise them elsewhere in the world. I'm not sure using water on a mechanical fire is a good idea. Although that's more of an electrical fire, but hey. Okay, so I've got a new Magnus, I've got a herb, presumably. Okay, so we've got the Emperor's Magnus Pack coupon. Okay, so searching obviously is quite helpful. So obviously we have, you know, the Magnus in the collection there. So if I go to the deck builder, yes, so I've got a herb now that I can drop in as a healing item. So that restores 10% of my HP rather than the low potion, which restores 100 HP flat. So again, you know, I've got, so I've only got, so actually I can take up to 30 cards, so I can drop all of those in. So I've got my attack back and I've added my herb into there as well. Alright, so valuables. A coupon entitling the bearer to one Magnus pack at their local store. So you get booster packs of cards. That's pretty cool. Use it to record mission progress. Okay. On your way. Travel log? Presumably that's what's then added to now I've got that card. So it said earlier I couldn't take a light because I needed something to hold it in. So maybe now I can go back and get the light that was in that room. What's going on now? What's happening? What? Oh, we're getting into a fight. Oh right, so this has a countdown timer to the next phase, which is good. So oh wait a minute. Okay, so it shows you the next card that's going to be drawn as well. I'm not sure how I select enemies in this, but there we go. It's one gone. Let's get the herb out, do some healing. Nice. Not sure why the herb hasn't healed me, but let's do low potion. There we go, that's a bit better. Alright, so pushing the right trigger seemed to be a like a selection. So So I could choose the enemy that I targeted. It's absolutely savage then. I don't feel like the combat was as immediately intuitive as I found it in the first game, but it's certainly without like the combat screen in between everything, which presumably is what the QOL change option in the first game enabled you to disable, was the fact that it didn't kind of do the battle summary between every round. I mean, I literally just kicked all of your asses, but you know, it's fine. Do I not get any items from that fight? It's disappointing. Bunch of jerks. That's me. I'm the guardian spirit. So it's not down this way, but I can save my game. It'd be nice to get out of this military headquarters before we end up. Obviously, as with the last game, we're going to be just looking at like the first sort of roughly half hour of the game. Is it in here? Do I get my paramachina? This doesn't look like where I get my paramachina from. No, this is someone's bedroom. Okay. Yeah, let's grab a spark shroom, why not? I'd say the kind of the military aesthetic of this doesn't have that immediate... It doesn't grab you as immediately as the kind of the forest and open air looks of the locations that you immediately find yourself in the first game. But you know, let's see how we go. Okay. So the paramachina look like they're robots. Interesting. An automaton. Unlike any of the other paramachina has been stored away in this locker. Can we get that one out? Because it's a beautiful and unique flower. So let's take this one. Okay. That one looks cool. Gillo, so this one's got a name. So he's not supposed to be able to talk. So he is our unique paramachina. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Right, so dialogue and choices in the game world will determine how well the randomness of your card draws are and how in your favour they are. Let's do it. What? Out of my way. Okay. Let's get out of this place. Let's see what the world of Baten Kaitos Origins looks like outside of this military base. What? Okay, so we're going into a fight with a little bit of assistance now. But Gio's actually going to fight using their own initiative. That's a good move. I like that. Nice little AoE damage there. What's not entirely clear in this is when I can select multiple cards to utilise. So obviously in the first game I could sort of like stack these combos up, but in this I seem to be not always able to select multiple cards when I want to. It's interesting. I'm not quite got a grasp on how the combat ebbs and flows in this sequel yet, but obviously, you know, I'm going to be going back to the original game after this and spending a bit more time in that. Right, can we get away with not fighting some stupid military nerds? Let's save the game. Oh, I actually have to go to him. Just like standing there going, dude, what? Cool, thanks game. Right, so those are the torches. We need to go and get flame essence from any of the room lights. So let's go into this one, for example. I just want to get out of this military base, man, you know. Yeah, let's get this. So if we use this, do we lose it? Oh, well, that's not massively intuitive. You have to use the right stick to switch through those. There we go. Okay, so I do lose the flame Magnus when I use it. Yeah, let's get this flame. In fact, let's load up. So there's 3 more, so we need 3 more flames. Let's be efficient in how we stock up our Magnuses. Obviously, with this being sort of pre-rendered backgrounds, it's a shame that you don't get like changes in the lighting when you relight the torches. There's another one. No, I'm alright, I don't want rotten apples, that's fine. Right, now we've done all of that, can we leave the military base? Let's find out. Right, jerk, let me go. Okay, another Magnus Pack coupon. That's fine. Ah. 10 Magnus in a pack. That sounds good for deck building. Right, let's save game. I kind of feel like the times on these, although was it actually, that must be, no, that's literally the time. I thought that was like 16 minutes. It's not been 16 minutes, but it's not. It's time. It's actual time. Let's do this. Let's see what the world Baten Kaitos Origins looks like, and then we can wrap this video up. Oh, it's just a dark corridor.
貴様と私は表から平等だ。その間に先タイミングは任せる。精霊付きの力。館内では一般兵が警備に当たっていると皇帝暗殺に成功次第撤収。質問はいいのかい？新米に裏を任せて。とばっちり。 精霊付き当てバララ彼で問題第一この作戦はきな臭いねま私の邪魔をしないでくれればそれでいいのさしっかり頼むよ精霊付きのこれは遠足じゃないんだからねいい加減にしろバララ
Let's go.
あの人ずいぶんなこと言ってくれたけどそうさ
Some lovely background noise. Apologies for the barking that's kicking off outside.
確かにねお前だっているんだ
伝説にある半分でも
その話はする。
You're not running? Oh, we're waiting for we're waiting for the signal. There's the signal. Let's go. Oh, we're going up that way. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. There's an item there. Let's do this one battle, and then I think it's a good place to wrap up. Alright, so there we go. We target using the right bumper, or right trigger rather. Okay, so the defensive cards kind of stay on you. Enemies in this seem a lot tougher than those flying things I was facing off against in the first game. Still don't know what that does. I guess I should have probably read that before I... Let's use it and see what happens. Oh, I won. I didn't get to see what happens. I noticed how none of the other soldiers were in that fight as well. There was like a whole bunch of them. Still, it was only just me, so yeah, this is fine. Okay, so we got another punk knife. There's literally an item there. Do I not get to get that? Well, that's rude. So I think this is a good point to wrap up. This is, of course, Baten Kaitos Origins, the second game in the Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remastered collection available on Nintendo Switch. We're going to be playing a bit more of these games, and we will come back to you soon with our verdict on the collection. It is about £45 on the Switch eShop. It's available now. Big thanks to Bandai Namco for sending us through a code to be able to check these games out. If you have enjoyed what you've watched, don't forget to give that like button tasty little click. Don't forget to drop us a comment down below if you've got any thoughts, or if you're playing these games, or if you want to share some memories of the games. And if you like what you've seen and you want to see more of it, do drop us a subscribe. We are putting a load of videos out at the moment on various things, and obviously there is a bunch of stuff on the channel for you to go and check out from previous weeks. But for now, we will see you next time on Next Gen Base. Bye for now.